Wiley, that dude. It's time for some big stories. Let's start in Pittsburgh, where the Le'Veon Bell saga may finally be coming to a close. Reportedly, Bell is planning to rejoin the Steelers during their bye in Week 7, and the running back now says he doesn't expect to be traded. In fact, Bell says that despite everything that's happened, he hopes the Steelers will still give him a long-term deal, explaining, quote, "I could be naive or hopeful, but at the end of the day, I feel like that's what's going to happen. I don't think they really want me gone. That could be me being prideful, but I'm still holding out hope." Marcellus, does Le'Veon Bell look desperate here?
No, he doesn't. He doesn't look desperate at all. This is actually a parallel following the beats of Odell Beckham and the conversation he must have had with the brass, with the New York Giants, to the tune of, "Odell, relax. We know what you want, and we know what we want to give you. We respect your value, but this is not the way to get it. So what we need for you to do is to eat some of this, and then we'll feed you. But first, let's see you get in line with us and our organization and our values." I think right now, because all the reports were he'll come back Week 10 because that's the deadline. Now he's coming in a little earlier. Sounds like to me someone reached out from upstairs and said, "Hey, if you fall in line, we'll fall in line and respect you." And those are the beats.
To me, I don't think he looks desperate at all. To me, it sounds like someone watched the game tape of Big Ben and the Steelers without him and looked at James Conner with 19 rushing yards, and the Steelers have come to their senses. And Le'Veon Bell being a smart player. You ever text, now you're married, but you ever text somebody late at night and you up? What you doing?
Yeah.
And you see them three little dots and they respond.
"Oh, you ready?" You like, "Ah!"
Like, that's what Le'Veon Bell is like. He watched that game and sent him a text like, "What you doing?" and then three dots is coming back and he's like, "Oh, I got him now."
I got him.
So I think the Steelers are the ones who look desperate here. They can't get it done without Le'Veon Bell. Le'Veon Bell knows it, and I think this is a match made in heaven. They need him. He needs the money. Great.
He became the special sauce. They realized Antonio Brown, no 100-yard receiving games, and like you said, 28th in rushing right now, not going to cut it.
All right, to a big story from Denver, where not everyone was so impressed with Patrick Mahomes' epic comeback last night. After the game, several Broncos sounded off about what appeared to be a missed delay of game penalty during the Mahomes game-winning touchdown drive.
My opinion, I mean, the clock was on 0, but that's not my job. He said he looked up, it was 0, and the ball was gone. I disagree.
The ref came into the huddle and said that, the ref, that's his one job. He just missed it. And then so one of our players was like, "Well, if that's his one job, how did he miss it?" Then he tried to say, "Oh, he was also looking at the quarterback." I don't know, man. How you missed that? That's crazy.
Oh, that was crazy, man. That's 2 weeks in a row, man. It's delayed. It's 0 seconds on the clock. I mean, forever. If a ref mess up on a call, I mean, yeah, you should be able to fix it. Go back and fix it. Like, dude, look how long it was. The clock was on 0. I mean, come on, man. I mean, that's not why we lost the game. We still had plenty of chances, but that was a huge no call.
Marcellus, got a problem with all this whining from Denver?
Wow, I got a problem with you saying that's whining. I mean, that's not whining. Sports fans, Jason Whitlock, everybody who's on the wrong side of the fence with this, realize that if I point out your mistake, don't try to flip it on me like I'm the problem, like I'm the one that's complaining when you're not doing your job. I've been here before, and I've been there in bigger stakes than that. Playoff game against Tennessee Titans, Buffalo Bills, Music City Miracle, and they messed that call up. And yeah, post-game, I look worse than them, crying, whining, according to you, because I'm like, y'all messed up. And it's crazy about our culture, especially sports fans, where we look at something that we know we messed up, but if your reaction is not in accord to what we want to see, we start blaming them. The players are sitting there saying, there's a big donut in a 0. Can you please just throw the flag so that play doesn't count? That's not whining.
So you watched the game, right?
I did watch the game.
And so you saw earlier in that drive, it was 2nd and 30. And the Broncos couldn't get off the field.
Right.
And so the Broncos, to me, why they need to shut up here is 5 yards was going to save them. You think backing Patrick Mahomes up 5 yards was going to save him? The guy threw like a 30-some-odd yard pass on that delay of game. 5 yards was not going to save the Broncos.
But it wouldn't
They
have
had
counted.
2nd and 30, and they couldn't stop him then. They had him wrapped around his legs, and he threw the ball left-handed for a first down. 5 yards.
But, okay, so let's keep listening. You're pointing out all the indiscretions against Denver. Add to that list, one of those plays shouldn't even count it, and you never know what that does in terms of momentum.
You know how many penalties the guy overcame? That's Pat Mahomes' magic. They need to shut their mouth and say, Pat Mahomes just stuck it to us. Them 5 yards wasn't going to save us.
But you got to understand, in the flow of a game, that matters. When you're stopping someone's momentum, when you're saying, hey, that play right there that looked successful and all that energy you got from it, we got to take that back.
Let me give you an analogy. If I came in here tomorrow, I lost 5 pounds. I lost 5 pounds. I lost 5 pounds. 5 pounds. 5 pounds. That's what you would do. You would sit there like 5 pounds.
Wait, because you got a lot of field to go, man. A lot of first downs. The end zone far.
Laughing just like you just said. Like, that's good, dog. You want a cookie? What?
Yeah, right. You're crazy, man.
So a big story from Kanye West, who continues to come up with novel ways to get our attention, telling TMZ yesterday that he's actually trying to engineer a meeting between President Trump and Colin Kaepernick.
I've been calling Colin this morning, reaching him so I can bring Colin to the White House and we can remove that sons of statement and we can be on the same page.
All right, Marcellus, would a Kaepernick-Trump meeting bring world peace to all of America?
I'm about to say, let's just start here. World peace. Look, the core of this, I agree with. The core of this is something that is positive, which is let's get in a room with people you don't agree with. I mean, that's just the way it's going to be. I agree with that stance. However, there are 2 issues with it. One, I don't know if Kanye West is the proper bridge to bring these 2 islands together. And 2,
why not? All 3 are celebrities. That's all they are.
Yeah, but see, the tone has to be set by the one who's going to be the conduit. Like, the tone has to be set so that both sides know that this is a serious situation. Let's talk about the core constituents. Let's talk about the fan bases of both sides. I could see the pull from Kanye's, the pull that's going to come, not from Donald Trump, but more so if you're Colin Kaepernick's side, LeBron James, Steph Curry, many others who said, I don't even want to be around the president. I don't want to go to the White House. I don't want to shake his hand. I have nothing to say to him. I think that's going to be a pull for Colin to say maybe not. And then you start to look at the wobbly bridge of Kanye West being the introduction to this situation. I think it's too much.
I think it's off-brand for Colin Kaepernick. He is part of the resistance, and he's just a brand. He has no interest. It's not allowed as a part of the resistance to meet with the president of the United States.
Yeah.
And so I don't think it'll accomplish anything because even if he did go there, I don't think he'd go there with a genuine, authentic purpose in mind other than furthering his brand. And I'm just not, all these little celebrity meetings and gatherings and symbolics of, President Obama had a beer summit or with, some guys or whatever. I don't think it accomplishes much. I do agree with you, though. If somehow there was some symbolism in people that disagree getting together and quit treating each other like they're evil human beings that need to be eliminated from the planet, there would be some, progress there. But I just don't see it happening. I think it's off-brand for Colin Kaepernick, and it's actually kind of on-brand for Trump. He loves meeting with celebrities and athletes and things like that, but I just don't see it happening.
I think it's trolling. Kanye last time, slavery was a choice, album dropped. Now he got another album coming out, and all of a sudden he wants to do this.
All right, coming up, the NFL's push for more offense could topple one of Peyton Manning's most impressive passing records. Mark Schlereth and D'Angelo Hall tell us if that's a good thing.
It was love